It only took like 20 years, but Darrius is finally back and playable in a Mortal Kombat game. And though it's a Cameo fighter selection slots, who's to say he won't be a full-fledged character in the future through DLC? Or maybe MK13, MK2 in a few years. Hey, what's up? It's your boy Dynasty back again with another Mortal Kombat Armageddon live commentary, and today we are showcasing everyone's favorites, Darrius. So shocked to see Darrius in a current Mortal Kombat game, but I'm not complaining. This is a character that I did not have on my MK12 bingo card. If you would have told me that we'd be getting Darrius in MK1 just a few months ago, I would have not believed you at all, because this is one of the more obscure 3D era characters who really isn't showcased ever. So to see Darrius come back in current day is so exciting, because again, I feel like this dude had a lot of potential. I mean, for starters, he had the tricky blast projectile. Come on. Plus the twisty kicks, we just double flawless Cobra. You see, we're not Cobra fans on this channel. We're Darrius fans. You can't compare the two. One is an efficient 3D era character, and one is a Ken knockoff. By the way, if you've not seen the Barbie movie, it's worth checking out. Sorry, Cobra Kai. But, yeah, Darrius is back at MK1. And unfortunately, we've only seen probably like 15 to 20 seconds of actual Cameo fighter gameplay from Darrius. Look at that glitch. That was weird. Back in the day, though, we did have 5 special moves, including the grab right here, which is a Bane backbreaker. Some WWF shit right here. We also had the fucking projectile dub, the tricky blast, which is 100% Darrius just being mad extra. It's giving Salt Bay vibes, like the way he just gets on one leg, turns around, like the flick of the wrist, the flick of the wrist. Yeah, so the flick of the wrist projectile dub, the tricky blast. Then we have the twisty kick, which is a 3-hitter spin kick, which is so ridiculous to see animated, but it did come back in current day. Then we had the chest cruncher, which is a knockdown, little sidestep ender here. Then we had the target practice. There you go, so target practice. And then the chest cruncher. Essentially the exact same move, except one has like a delay startup. So yeah, 2 enders, the twisty kick, and the Salt Bay tricky blast projectile, along with a back breaker. Back in the day, he was a brawler, had a bunch of quick kicks and strikes, headbutts. And it seems like that's the same vibe we're getting in current day with the Cameo assist, at least. Speaking of MK1, check this out. Both of us are at MK1, Havoc. Bet you did not think that would happen. Havoc and Darrius in a modern Mortal Kombat game. What a time to be alive. So yeah, we only get like 15 to 20 seconds of Havoc, excuse me, Darrius. And from what we see, we get the one grab where essentially he slides in, knees you in the belly, then tosses you to the main fighter. Main fighter does the exact same thing to you, more or less, then tosses you back, and he does like a shoulder tackle, armbar type of deal. So we've seen like a grab from Darrius. We saw the twisty kick, and continuity is kind of funny because they brought it back, not 1, not 2, but 3 kicks. When you do the twisty kick, it was shown in the Keepers of Time trailer. When you do it, you get the 1 twisty kick from Darrius, and then Geras, or your main fighter, whoever you have selected, will then grab you by your hands and spin you an additional 2 times for your additional 2 kicks. So 20 years in the making, the twisty kicks come back, and though it's not 3 kicks straight from Darrius, it's just 1. At least courtesy of the assist, the Cameo swing, you get your 3 twisty kick combo hits. So slightly changed, but still, it's still there, and it makes perfect sense. Back in the day, this is such a midway animated animation. It's so campy and funny. You cannot do that in a modern Mortal Kombat game. Just would be a little bit weird and wonky. So how do you do it? You tone it down a bit, and you turn the last 2 kicks into just an assist off a swing. I like it. So that's all we've really seen, I think. The fatal blow assist, he punches you in the face, then hits you in the face with his elbow. Then he knees you in the stomach and kicks out your kneecap. Essentially, like, breaks your kneecap. So we've seen the assist and the fatal blow. We've seen the twisty kick. And that's it, the grab. Nothing more, nothing less. So I cannot tell you what else Darius has in store for us in terms of cameo assist. But I hope it's good. I hope it's good. So yeah, he was featured in not 1 but 2 trailers, grand total of 20 seconds. And that's essentially everything we know of Darius in current day. Now, I am intrigued to see if Darius will have some type of role in the actual story, MK1 story, because we do know that some of these cameo fighters, even if they're in the combat pack, like a chameleon, will be featured in the game as cameos. So I am intrigued to see if he is actually parts of the story of MK1, because you guys do know when it comes to like Darius's lore, it's really not too in-depth, doesn't have too much substance, to be honest with you. Essentially, he comes from the realm of order, and he is like an assassin from the realm of order, from Sato. He commissions the death of Dairu's family, also puts out a hit on Hataru. Throughout the Mortal Kombat Deception Conquest mode, he's constantly just creating havoc in the Chaos realm, in the Order realm. Essentially, he's Havoc without being too far gone and being an assassin. He's a merc. He's a merc for hire, in the same vein as Havoc, but not just a dude who's a madman. He's just the merc. So yeah, all throughout the Deception Conquest, we're constantly having this anarchy throughout the Order realm, courtesy of Darrius. And I do love how they did bring back in current day the exact same look. That's the one thing that I'm loving about these cameo fighters, is they're just getting like the classic look. They brought back the classic blue and orange for Darrius, which is all I could have ever wanted and asked for. Such a unique color scheme for a character in Mortal Kombat. The only character, as far as I know, pulling off this like cyan blue, teal blue with the orange. One of a kind. And he looks the exact same in MK1. The glasses. I love it. The mid-2000s look. Assassin's look. I will say, I am intrigued to see if they give us our gauntlets back. I want to see the gauntlets. And I don't think I've ever, like, personally said it, like, in one of these gameplay videos. Because I don't really feel like I've showcased the cameo fighter yet, really. In one of these Armageddon playthroughs. I think it's a good thing to have some of these obscure characters come back as cameos. Obviously, Serena would have been amazing as a full-fledged character. Darrius would have been amazing. But I think when you have, you know, these characters who've not been featured in 20 years in main games, the best way to reintroduce them to characters, to the consumers and the audience who's probably not ever seen them before previously, or again hasn't seen them in 20 years, a good, nice reintroduction would be through the cameo system. Give them a taste of, you know, what's to come maybe in the future. Maybe the cameo fighter can lead to there being some hype for the character, and then in the future, never say never, maybe you get some of these obscure characters eventually full-fledged fighters because they were at one point cameos and kind of just got another chance to be relevant again. So I think a lot of these cameo fighters being reintroduced through the cameo system is not a bad thing. I think it's amazing, honestly. I think it's a good way to make sure these characters are brought back and kind of remembered and kept a bit fresh. And with there really only being 4 spots for 4 moves, it's really tough to do a bad job on a cameo fighter, I'd say. So you're going to have the highlights of the character presented, bring them back into the limelight, make them relevant again, and then, hey, who knows? Kombat Pack 2, Kombat Pack 3, MK13, MK2. This is an abomination, though. Can we agree that we never need to see a 2-legged Mataro ever again? This should not even be real life. Like, this is just, ugh. It pains me. It pains me. Salt Bay Projectile for the win. Or the twisty kicks. Here's some trivia for you. Did you know that Darius' Harakiri is used as a finisher in Mortal Kombat Armageddon to create a fatality? Yeah. Did you also know that he was the last character designed and made in Mortal Kombat's Deception? The more you know. Oh no. Look at me just doing pop-ups like a professional here. This string is just so fun to do. It's so fun. It's XXLYBBB. Looks overwhelming at first to do, but once you start pulling it off, so simple. But if you guys are enjoying the live commentary on the Armageddon playthroughs, drop a like. I am also intrigued to see what his final fatality will be. I say his final fatality, but really his one cameo fatality, because he has some funny ones. If you guys remember, he has the... Oh, I'm getting wrecked here. He has the fatality where he rips off your arms, just like Mataro did in the San Diego Comic-Con story mode clip for MK1. He rips off your arms just like that he slaps you with them in one fatality in Deception. And then his other fatality in Deception, he essentially rearranges your body parts and goes, and sits back and kind of just like stares at the Mona Lisa he just pieced together, his work of art. So yeah, intrigued to see if they're going to do the over-the-top body rearrange fatality, which I'm assuming is probably what they'll do, or if they're going to go for just straight, mature level, ripping off your arms and being a big badass. I'm hoping we're going to get the funny-looking one where he just rearranges the body parts. If you haven't seen that fatality, go watch it. It's so funny. He puts, like, the leg where the hand's supposed to go and stuff. Like, it's like a Mr. Potato Head fatality, per se. That's honestly what I'm more intrigued to see, what fatality we will be getting, because cameos are getting one fatal, and typically it's like the classic they've got. I know for Frost, she's got like her classic Deadly Alliance fatality in current day, so that's what I'm most excited to see. And hell, maybe even the alternate that he used to have back in the day with the orange pants. But guys, I love you. Thank you for watching. Essentially, the man's from Sido, the realm of order, and he believes in chaos, but he's not Havoc. Will he make an appearance on the main roster one day? We'll have to wait and see. I love you guys. Flawless on Blaze. If you've never seen the ending for Darius before, check this out. Love you. Peace.
Upon defeating Blaze, the pyramid shrank and transformed into a golden ring. The ring granted Darius access to my vault, wherein lay the treasure rightfully due my sons Taven and Dagon. The powerful artifacts allowed Darrius to finally defeat Hotaru and conquer the realm of order. But the items were meant only for my lineage to wield. I have now sent Taven and Dagon on yet another quest. They must work together to defeat Darrius and retrieve what he has stolen.